Hi and welcome to this video here. It's called The Soul in Chemical Clothes, and here we're looking at the nature of your identity. It's very, very important, of course it is, that you recognize that your identity, who you are, is not limited to your physical reality. And in truth, it's immortal. You are literally as dead now as you're ever going to be, quite literally. Because if you think that your identity is stuck within your skull, or is limited to the physical reality, you're never going to break out of limited thinking. Our version of the soul, just to talk about this for a second, our version of the soul is incredibly limited. It's based in mostly in ideas of a God. We live in a one world, one God system where lots of the religions and belief systems have have an idea that there's one God and one world. Now, the law of attraction, conscious creation, even a lot of the science is now kind of saying actually there are multiple realities. There could be. Well, I'm telling you there are multiple realities, and that your identity straddles those realities. So, what a soul? We have an idea. We've been told that a soul is something that comes into us. We also have an idea that the soul is somehow less than spiritual. No, that the physical body is somehow less than spiritual, and that when we die we become spiritual. Well, I'm going to turn all of this on your head because you are soul now. Imagine a state of consciousness where you are a non-physical person. Imagine a dream state of consciousness. What's your body made of in a dream? Have a think about it. It's made of consciousness, isn't it? It's made of energy, and within that energy, your consciousness is. Yeah, it exists. It drives it. It's the force. But it also exists outside of that body too, doesn't it? You can imagine in the simplest of terms that whilst you're lying in bed one night, your consciousness is also occupying at the same time um, another another form of consciousness. It's creating another body. It's creating another reality. So your identity has the ability to straddle two realities. Now imagine that it has the identity to do that in limitless occasions, but actually we're just not aware of it. Why? Because we've been told that this is not how reality is. Remember, your beliefs create your reality. Therefore, if you believe that this is what you are, if you believe that a soul is this, there's only one world, you can't do this, you can't experience a world beyond the five senses, well, guess what? You can't. But if you understand and expand your ideas a little more and follow what I'm saying and explore this to any degree, you'll start to realize that your identity is not fixed within your body. Your identity is not fixed within one singular reality. In fact, reality itself is multi-dimensional. And because you create your own reality and reality is multi-dimensional, your identity is multi-dimensional. There are multiple realities existing now simultaneously with this one in which you exist, not as the you know, because you're identifying with this one, but you do exist. You are the soul in flesh. You are a gestalt of consciousness. Therefore, to be spiritual, kind of, people say you've got to be spiritual when you die. Well, you are as spiritual now as you're ever going to be. Because your ideas and beliefs about spiritual form your experience within the physical body, within this physical world as we think about it. So if you know that you're spiritual, if you know that you don't have to go up to heaven to be spiritual, that there's no hell, and that nirvana, all these types of concepts are just so limited, then you'll start to get a sense of the true nature of reality. And the true nature of reality is that it's a reflection of your identity. You are a multidimensional gestalt of consciousness, and reality is that too. You occupy multiple realities. Now, what's the benefit of knowing that? The benefit of knowing that is that you can start to explore and gain a sense of reality existing in that way because you're expanding your ideas. You're expanding your ideas of who you are. So your identity is not limited. You have so many more powers and abilities, and the power to love, the power to heal, the power to communicate on many different levels, the ability to communicate to consciousness beyond this physical reality. It's all real. It's all real, and you can experience it, but only when you take off your limiting beliefs. You put them down and just open your mind and your heart for a few minutes to something new, because this will empower you and help you use the law of attraction so much more easily when you recognize that it's not a physical reality and you are not physical either. No more physical than a thought, quite literally. Take care.